go.
So we're underway. In a scenario like this, seconds and milliseconds are pretty precious.
Yes, definitely. So what you're going to see a lot of the players use is techniques, for example, with the early trials that involve special moves. They're going to use ways to try to get as close to the opponent, you know, as quickly as possible.
As possible, yeah. And a lot of the early trials are like special moves, unique attacks, really basic stuff. But then after we get like around trial 10 to 13, I think, it gets a little more difficult.
Definitely.
And the execution and the amount of training that they put into earlier today that you guys probably saw is really going to pay off. But early on, yeah, as we were saying, special moves. So was Sherry using Ryu in trials all day today?
Yes.
She was? Okay.
She definitely was. And you can see her kind of mashing the X button there, trying to get that next as quick as possible.
So I imagine the early deliberation about choosing the characters was really regarding like which characters trials can you get through the fastest, which ones you learn the most, and then you train with that guy or girl all day long.
Definitely. So far, Sherry's looking pretty smooth, although these are the early trials. Pretty easy, primarily.
Pretty easy. We went through a few of the trials, or a few of the special unique attacks for Jin earlier today, and there's some pretty crazy stuff with the Tekken characters, so I'm going to be kind of surprised to see what Tekken characters show up later on in these trial challenges. Got the super, and I think we're going to get pretty close to some combos.
I think trial 10 or 11 is when they start.
Oh, no,
trial 9, wow. Nice,
this is
first
a
try.
good example of a link combo. All three of those hits are linked together, and they are not a chain.
Nice.
Very nice. Oh, Sherry has got some time in with this earlier today. That was starting off with 2 linked light kicks and then a chained light medium into heavy kick. Basic Street Fighter 4 combo.
Yep, simple cancel combo. Most important thing is, although these early trials are simple, it's important to get through them as quickly as possible. You know, any mess ups now will waste time that you need for the later trials.
A lot of the stuff I'm seeing is the spacing. They're trying to get in there as fast as possible.
Right.
And of course we have the team popping off on each other, trying to distract the players.
This combo is pretty difficult because, ooh, nice.
We had our first drop, but she quickly recovered, got it on the second attempt. She is absolutely unfazed, and you can see the concentration in that girl's eyes. She's going to get this down.
Messed it up.
First drop.
Got it.
That is an interesting combo. That might have taken a little bit of practice. Not even a smile out of her when the other team is clearly trying to mess her up.
Now, with this combo, one thing that's important to note is that with chains, you can't go into a regular special move,
but you can go into the EX. You're right. So that was a chain to light into medium, and then they went to the EX, which is allowed.
This combo is all links. Medium, medium, medium. Nice. She got it.
Joden Soku Togeri is also known as the donkey kick. This looks like a challenging one. This is a corner combo, it looks like.
Yep, and what she did with the Tatsu early on is try to give herself the, ooh, nice.
Very nice. Besides the setup, yeah, that was a one shot, one try, and she got it. Good stuff.
She's already on trial 18. Oh, drop the end
First drop.
there.
This one is tough because you have to really time the crouching medium kick into the Shinko Hadouken.
Has a pretty low hitbox, and you have to juggle with it. Oh, drop it again.
As we're seeing that, it's a little difficult.
She's also missing her cancel off the stand jab. Oh, wrong move there. Got a crush jab instead. She's trying to buffer the Tatsu.
And we're on number 18.
She's under pressure right now. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
that is a tough cancel.
Oh, Mr. jumped in. She's in trouble right now.
Yep, we're on about the 6th or 7th try. Here we go. And once again, another drop.
She's in trouble. Time's running out.
Yep.
Oh, no. Mr. Crouch MK again.
I can see how that crouching medium kick can be tough because you have to wait till you're completely recovered from the light hurricane kick. She got it that time, but she missed a button. Got the EX instead.
Oh.
This is precious. Eris is screaming out, got it, just to try to mess up her timing. There she goes. Maybe it was motivation.
Not very much time is going to be left for trial number 19.
Is there 20 in total?
There's 20 in total for
okay.
Trying to space it.
Yeah, using the hurricane kick to push him into the corner as fast as possible.
No.
This is pretty similar to the last thing. The light Shoryuken kind of acts like the light version of the Tatsumaki.
She didn't get
Time
it.
is up, and Sherry did not get to 20, but she did a very good job.
18 trials
all the way up to
in 5
18
minutes.
in
Not
5
bad.
minutes. Team Tekken's angry.
I heard someone say earlier that one of the guys on the Tekken side was able to do all 20 trials in like 4.5 minutes. I don't know who it was in specific. They were
So now that we're seeing kind of the difference of time it's going to take for each character, 4.5 minutes and 30 extra seconds could be pretty important,
pretty
man.
good, yes, definitely. I mean, if you have 30 extra seconds, you can drop definitely 1 or 2 times and still get it. Or you may even have enough time to like switch to another character and get some special moves in there.
It's those precious seconds here. And it's going to lead to a team elimination bonus for one team.
Yes.
And those can be either they can be very good for one side, but very damaging for the other. We saw that yesterday in the 5 versus 5 with Seda style challenge that Team Tekken lost a console, I believe.
Yes, they had VIA chose to remove one console.
Remove one console, yeah.
Which means that they only had 2 consoles to train all day today. They also had one of their players eliminated.
That is tough.
Yes.
You would think that the other options are removing 5 characters from team challenges like this one today, so they wouldn't have been able to pick 5 characters. However, they didn't use that one, and they essentially had to practice on 2 consoles all day, while Team Street Fighter had 3.
Yeah. There are also 2 advantage options. One is you can get another console for your own team.
Right.
And the other is you can get 4 extra hours of training time here at the Capcom office.
Right. It looks like Core is up right now, and he's going to his favorite Bob. I think Core actually won an EVO tournament in Tekken using Bob.
That was EVO 2011.
2011. There we go.
Defeated NYC Fat in the grand finals, huge tournament. So good stuff to him.
Pretty big accomplishment to win an EVO championship.
No kidding.
Yeah,
more like the biggest.
More like one of your biggest. Yeah, more like the highlight. So here we go. Bob is already 4 deep, rubbing his belly.
Now, with the Tekken characters, I understand that some of these trials involve some really, really long chain combos.
Right. I've definitely seen some of that stuff with, like, Kazuya. I'm wondering if we'll see Kazuya or any of the newer characters. I'm kind of curious if maybe we'll get a chance to see, like, Ogre or Kuma, because I have not seen their trials yet, and I don't think many other people have either.
So far, Core has cleared 6 trials very quickly.
Ooh, that might be a very useful move. If that one is an EX, that might cause a wall bounce. Don't quote me on that. It just looks that way.
This is a super.
He activated that one immediately.
He knows the spacing.
Yep.
Very important.
Another thing to consider during this is that the ending animations of the character, they have win poses, and those win poses vary, and some can be longer than others. So
it makes your character choice very important.
Exactly. In the end, if you have 20 trials and you save like 2 seconds per, that's 40 seconds. Uh-oh. We got a chain combo and not the full.
There we go.
Okay, it looks like it was activated from distance, maybe. A lot of Tekken characters have that, where certain moves and certain Tekken chains, for example, are activated from distance only.
Nice.
Knew
11 trials in.
exactly what he was going for there.
Bob looks like he could lose some weight.
I think he thinks he's perfect, which is the funniest part. He's perfect, man. There's nothing better you can change about Bob. And Rufus kind of feels the same way, which is so convenient.
A lot, 12 trials were just pretty much like simple specials or chains for Bob.
Yeah,
so
I didn't see more than 2 options to go through for most of those, but it looks like we got one of our first Link combos here. This might be a Link leading into a Tekken chain. Yeah, I can see where this one gets tough. The recovery of the medium punch into the light punch.
We're having a lot of trouble with this combo.
Yeah, we have about 6 drops now.
Got it.
It looks like he got it. So I think that might have been accurate. That was a jump and attack with a Link combo that goes into a Tekken chain that uses the first 4 attacks. Ooh.
I think he canceled into it too slow.
Maybe. It might have been the wrong variation of the Leonese break.
There we go.
These players definitely do not want to go into the show input. You can see the input, so you understand what these movements actually are. Of course, we don't, because these are pretty unique to a lot of Street Fighter players. But Tekken characters know what these moves might be, and they practice all day to get these down. So they don't need to go into the mode to find out.
Core is still looking solid right now. 15 trials completed. It's up to trial 16.
This is a pretty long one.
He almost had it there.
I'm not too sure if Bob's special step is similar to the Mishima's, but I
think it works the
forward,
same way. It's like
neutral,
misstep.
down, misstep. Okay, those can be pretty tricky to pull off. Markman dropped some knowledge on stream today about how to make those a little bit easier if you guys caught that. Very good advice.
He's skipping a trial.
This is an interesting outcome. Skip the difficult ones and go for maybe some easier ones. Oh, I see what it is. The pound cake needs to be hit at a very specific time of the jump. See if he gets it. EX spinner ball into a perfect press. I think perfect press might be his super. Don't quote me on that, but this one does look a little difficult. There's only about a couple trials left here for Bob, and I think we're running pretty low on time.
Definitely. Nope.
I think that was it.
All right, so 16 trials
16,
completed.
or did he get 17?
No, 16.
No, 16. He just skipped the last
Mm-hmm.
one. You're right. You're right. As Ryu is left in an infinite jump, we'll get our next player up here.
Still pretty good for Core. 16 completed. Looked pretty solid.
It's interesting seeing the characters with moves I don't know how to perform, because you see the name and you don't know exactly how it goes, but these guys have been practicing all day.
All right, so next up we have Rennick, and Rennick was having a lot of trouble.
Really? Okay.
On the Team Street Fighter
I'm kind of curious who Rennick is going to be using then, because there's a lot of characters with some similar trials that might be easier and kind of same to Street Fighter 4, but there's some very challenging trials. So I'm kind of anxious to see who's Rennick going to go with. Toro.
Yes.
We're bringing out the cat.
I think Rennick's original plan with this character was they figured that the Ryu trials are pretty simple overall.
Right.
And Toro's trials are almost identical to Ryu until deep in.
Exactly.
However, as you may find, because of his stubby limbs and his smaller hitboxes, it's not as easy.
It's going to be a little difficult to say if Toro is going to be the most optimized for competitive play, but he definitely looks fun. Oh my gosh, the dude is so small. Look at him go.
All right. So these early trials, again, are mostly just command normals and special moves.
So yeah, these are actually going to be very similar to what we saw from Team Street Fighter just before.
Yep. These most, like I said, the early trials are all identical.
All identical. I think Kuro is a mimic. That was so cute. Just hold on a sec. And he throws a fireball. Man, I was going to say how Kuro, I think, is similar to Kazuya. Dude, I'm not going to lie. If I saw that little white cat running at me and he wanted to uppercut, I'd be out of here. This is way too comical. I can't take this seriously. That's the little cat, man.
Well,
it's too cute.
Air Tatsu.
Air Tatsu.
Ooh,
Uh-oh. Oh, first
time.
drop on trial number 6. Going to have to catch up on the later trial to make up some of the time. This looks like the donkey kick. Wow. I like it how he smirks and he screams, "Hiya." I think I just confirmed a cat is my main.
Watch how much damage he does.
What? Okay. I think I understand what's going on with the cats.
Too far for that link. There we go.
Wow. Okay,
Got
so
it that
there, Toro's chain combo does 3 times as much damage as his full super.
Yep.
Interesting.
Nice. There's only 2 lights for this one because he can't get 3.
Because he can't reach 3. Oh, you stubby cat.
Oh, missed the jump there. That
Oh.
was a pretty simple drop there.
Is Rennick trolling us? Is he showing the moonwalk with the cat?
I don't know.
Styling on team challenges? Ooh, this one might be a little bit difficult because of the cat. No.
Oh, got DP
Cat.
rather than fireball.
Yeah, he hit 2 buttons. Oh, it's Shinko Hadouken.
Yep.
My bad, my bad.
Got it. Yeah, see, it does.
Oh my
pixels,
gosh.
man.
All the little things the cat does is making me like him too much.
All right, this combo is again identical to Ryu's, but the most annoying part. Oh, is he gonna skip it? Nope, he's gonna go for it.
this one might be difficult because, like you were saying, the stubby limbs leading into a Shoryuken.
Also, the crouch light punch and the Shoryuken cancel is definitely pretty irritating.
A very similar mechanic that Ken also used a lot as a hit confirm in Street Fighter 4, and Ryu could do it as well. But it looks it is a lot different in this game.
Definitely.
Yeah, is
Looks
he
like
going to
he's
skip
gonna
it? Is he going to have to make a decision quick? Yeah,
he lost a lot of time on
he's
the
getting
skip
a lot. He got a lot of flack from Team Tekken. They were trying to hold him up, but he ended up going. But he did take some time.
Nice.
That one looks really interesting. I kind of like that. You can cancel the medium punch in the air.
Well, what's crazy about it is the way these guys are hitting it is they're hitting like with the last part of the Tatsu.
Right.
And I did this in training. I found that you can actually just hit like strong into Tatsu right away. So I was really surprised that they're hitting.
It's looking cool that it's like maybe you can do something on the bottom of the ground after. I don't know. You're getting me into theory territory here.
I think the biggest thing is that I don't think that Team Street Fighter actually realized that you could skip a trial, and Rennick was having a lot of problems with that one particular trial with the jab and the Shoryu. So I think the knowledge that he could skip helped him out a lot.
Wow, that's very interesting. The fact that Team Tekken was using that to their advantage earlier, and Street Fighter might now be developing some tactics later on for later characters.
If they're having problems with a trial, they may skip.
He sat and concentrated for a sec.
So this trial is we talked about it earlier, but it's difficult in that with the crouch jab and the crouch fierce, you cannot chain into it. You have to, you can't chain to it. You have to link, or you won't get the special move.
The reason being is that if you chain, the special move is not allowable. It has to be an EX.
Right, but this trial requires the heavy kick version of Ducky kick, and not. There we go. Ooh,
and the big difference between the crouching light punch to the crouching heavy punch, between it not being a chain and it being a link, is a little bit of delay between the light punch and the heavy punch.
You have to allow the entire animation
to
of
recover.
the crouch jab to go through.
And use the active frames as advantage. This is sounding pretty scientific, but it's the little things that are going to make the time be worth it.
It matters.
Oh, very close. Hearing the cat struggle as he steps back. I like how he doesn't have feet. He just cuts off at the legs, man.
Rennick having a lot of trouble here with this time. That's it. Time over.
Time is over. So we got 16, 15. You're right. 15 done. So it looks like Core got one more than Rennick did on the previous one. So it's going to be very interesting what Team Tekken brings up for the next character. I'm kind of anxious to see if Tekken's going to start repping some Tekken characters.
Well, we saw Bob before. That was very interesting.
Yeah, it was neat to see what Bob can do.
Definitely. That's actually the first I've seen of Bob, other than like
really, yeah.
Like I was
seeing all of the names of his special moves. I had no idea what this is going to lead into at all. Bison.
So we have Super Yan on the Team Tekken side right now.
Super Yan rocking the Dictator, and we're going to see what Bison can do in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. If she can get to some of those later combo challenges beyond 13, here we go. Timer's on. I'm a little bit anxious to know this myself because Bison had some pretty or for the most part, difficult chains, or not chains, links in Street Fighter 4. Like several crouching lights into...
Oh, it looks like we're restarting because the timer wasn't ready.
Okay. No need to worry, guys. We're restarting. That did not count.
All right, so let's try it again.
They were a little out of sync.
Yes.
No need to worry.
All right.
They're being very careful.
Of course,
with
we want
the
to make sure
selection
that's
of everything.
completely fair. So.
In a game, in a challenge where seconds are extremely pivotal, you want to be sure we're being as accurate as possible. The Hell attack. Wow.
Oh, that's just strong, huh? Interesting. Why'd they rename it? Oh, is that old? I don't think that's old.
Who knows?
Whatever.
They might have given it a name in this one.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think it even has a name. He's had that move since Super Turbo, too.
Ooh, Tekken's getting a little hype for their fellow teammate Super Yan. I'm glad Bison made it into this game. I really am. It's funny to see him drop straight down after the head press. Normally used to seeing him bouncing off dudes. I'm really glad to see Bison in this game. It's hard to see a lot of Street Fighter games without Bison.
And that Devil's Reverse is a charge move. It looked like she didn't have enough charge time, and that's why she got a regular jump fierce rather than the special.
That's right. Wow, that one was immediate.
Yep.
This is interesting. What I'm noticing is that all of Bison's challenges are being completed ridiculously fast. because his moves either reach across the whole screen or you charge immediately and then go right into it. So these are going very quick right off the bat.
And again, you don't have to hit with the whole super to get the completion on this trial. Yeah. As long as the very end of it hits, it will count.
Yeah. Am I noticing that you can charge before it says go?
Possibly.
If that's a straight link combo, and she got it on the first try. That might be very good for characters that have.
Choice for,
yeah,
for
the characters.
Yan, it looks like.
I'm wondering if characters like Guile might be good for this. So we got standing medium punch into crouching medium kick. Another link.
This link looks very tight.
Bison activating gems he'll never use.
There we go.
And she got it. That was about 5 tries. But we're moving on to the next trial, which is number 10, so she's halfway through.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Got that on the first one. Interesting to note that crouching light kick would be pretty difficult after a heavy punch, and she nailed it on the first try.
Almost.
This one is interesting because you have to immediately start charging the Psycho Crusher.
And it's also a cancel, so you have to make sure as soon as a strong hits, you go right into it.
Right into it, yep.
She got it.
Good stuff from Team Tekken so far. Super Yan is rolling through these. And here's some of that stuff from Street Fighter 4 I was just mentioning. Wonder how difficult it is in this one because it was not easy to pull off in Street Fighter 4.
Well, in my experience so far, any of the combos that involve like multiple shorts or multiple jabs appear to be more difficult. Even myself testing out, seems like it's a little bit harder.
She nailed that one though, less than like 4 times I think. Yeah, I know for a fact that probably was not easy, and she was training on that one for a long time. This one might be a little bit easier.
Almost.
One.
You can see how the trials also teach you some very basic bread and butters for your character, which is very important.
Good simple damage. As you see, just with that 3-hit combo, Kazuya's been taken down like 20%. Repositioning the character takes up a little time, but it is important. Too far.
Wow, that's the EX double knee press? That's crazy.
Every time she misses the combo and goes either into a sweep or an EX, if it follows through, that's just time lost.
Super Yan's having a lot of trouble right now.
Oh, she chooses to ignore it and keeps going. Uh-oh. Wasn't charging at the start.
Nice.
That one looked pretty good. That was a much easier one than the previous one.
The juggle system is still crazy to me.
Yeah, but you can combo into a sweep like that.
Skipping this one as
immediately skipping that trial.
She skipped 2 so far. She has 13 completed?
Looks like, yes, it should be 13.
Yes.
That was 2 linked light punches into a chain light medium kick. Or I'm sorry, light medium and heavy kick.
Bison's trials are interesting in that ooh, she got it. Oh.
That timing might be pretty sensitive.
Yeah, it looks like she has to space it perfectly.
That looks like she got it. Oh my gosh, how difficult is this trial?
Oh, I guess she's used to hitting it the first try pretty much, spacing it out just right.
It could be that it's position sensitive. It might not work in the corner, and you might need to hit the very tip of the Psycho Crusher. I think that's what's going on here.
You also have to charge the knee press during the during the Psycho Crusher.
We can hear her hitting the button as hard as she possibly can to get the knee press nightmare out, and it is not happening because she is missing the timing by just a hair. And I think time is about to run out. She got it. Success. Okay.
So she has 16 trials completed. Is that right?
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting to note. I think it's counted when it says success.
Oh, so did she run out of time just now?
Maybe. I'm not too sure. She might have gotten it. Yeah, I think she got it just in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So she got it right at the 5 minutes.
Just to educate everybody watching, when it says success, that's when you get the trial completed. That's if you get the point.
Got you.
So TF Hornet is up. And this is the first time. Oh, yeah, TFA Hornet. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Don't sweat it. TFA is the Fighters Alliance, which is a Midwest crew. And Wolf Crone, who's a Street Fighter player that you guys might all be familiar with.
Definitely.
It was at once a part of TFA, although he's now representing a different team. But
Spooky dropping that community knowledge.
Yeah, I
so
meet
good.
these guys all the time. So.
So we haven't seen much from Hornet as far as team challenges, team eliminations, anything like that. Yeah, this is his first appearance.
Well, I can tell you I can tell you right now that Hornet is probably one of the strongest players in this.
Does this guy have some pretty godlike execution?
Yes, definitely. His execution has been very solid. Every time that he's been tested, he's hit like 19 trials.
Nice. Yeah. I do also know that a little bit of TFA Hornet's background includes playing a lot of the game online, especially in the Street Fighter 4 series.
Surprisingly, a lot of the Midwest guys, TFA, are online warriors.
And it makes sense. A lot of places out there don't have very big scenes in some situations, so they do the best they can and they level up with whatever they have available to them. And if you put in the time and dedication, you can become very successful with becoming a Street Fighter. He goes with Ken, and I'm pretty anxious about this one because Ken is one of my favorite characters in this game and favorite characters in general.
Well, Ken's trials are definitely very entertaining, so at least to me.
Countdown has started. Matt gave the go, and
here we go.
Hornet selects the first trial. So these are going to be pretty basic, I think, at the beginning with Ken. I think a few of these are going to involve a couple of command normals, like his overhead kicks, and maybe his step kick. He used, that's actually pretty cool. He used the step kick to get in, and then went right over with the overhead, yeah. This is forward. Step kick. There we go. Yeah, just as we predicted, every single one was one of Ken's unique special kick combinations. And for those that are familiar with Ken in Street Fighter 4, those kick combinations are identical to the one before.
There are some changes about Ken in this game versus Street Fighter 4, and I'm actually waiting for the later trials to explain a couple of them.
Yeah, there's some very, very, very interesting stuff regarding Ken's hurricane kicks. And his hurricane kick leads to excellent setups for combos and other characters. He has a lot of natural team synergy that dedicates himself to getting a lot of damage. Hornet on point right now.
All business.
I don't think he's missed anything yet.
Same as we saw earlier. All you have to do is hit the end of the super and the
immediate activation. He knew he didn't have to jump in or do anything. Just right into. I think target combo is medium. Yep, medium and heavy still. It's a little bit better in this one, too. From the little bit of testing I've done with Ken, the target combo actually does more damage than if you do a close and fierce into uppercut, things like that. It's pretty good now. Ooh, this one's getting maybe a corner combo?
No, you can do it mid-screen. It's a tight link, though.
It's interesting that he was pushing him away so much.
Almost.
This is a difficult trial because it involves a somewhat hard link, and then the heavy hurricane kick leaves them in the air for so long. So if you miss the link and you go into this, look, we now have lost like a second and a half.
Very surprised Hornet's having trouble with the trial. He was hitting it very consistently earlier.
Maybe nerves are getting to him. Is he actually going to skip this one?
Like he is.
Very interesting. It looks like that one might have been a little bit easy, but he goes for it. Oh, wow. The next one is much easier to pull off. I think he's confident in his ability to finish the later trials to lose out on an early one.
There we go.
I love using that one. Medium into medium. Very good using the medium kick. Ooh.
Almost. Didn't get the cancel. Whoa. There we go.
Almost thought that was comboing for a sec. You can make that combo through a chain if you use the standing fierce punch.
All right, so this combo is interesting in that one of the new things about Ken's DP is it's actually jump cancel.
Yeah.
So what you do is if you jump cancel late, that's what allows you to cancel into the heavy shoryuken and cause the combo.
Interesting. I think I've actually tried doing that before, and you can, even if they're very close to you, you can do a light uppercut, low forward into a heavy uppercut.
Right. Nice.
That was a pretty tough, actually that was a single hit into a chain, it looks like. Wow, there's a lot of commands on the screen. You probably memorized this one already, though.
This is a similar link to the one earlier.
Yeah. Now, I'll say for myself, standing light punch into crouching medium kick is the best way to do it, but it's still pretty difficult.
Hornet's still looking solid right now, despite having to skip a trial earlier.
We're on 17, and I'm pretty curious what we're on time-wise. Ooh. We got 1 minute. Cool.
Oh.
Uh-oh, this is going to hurt him bad. It is a very good idea to restart the trial. This link is a little sensitive. Oh, he did another light. This can be a pretty sensitive link at the end of the EX Hurricane kick, but it is one of Ken's best methods of doing damage, and learning this is going to be pretty critical.
Looks like
he chooses to skip it. I think he's confident that he can get this one a little bit better.
Maybe almost out of time.
Interesting that he chose. Oh, he missed the cancel. Even though it was a chain, he can cancel into the EX, but he barely missed it. Light. There we go. I think. Oh, he just must have hit an extra button. I think he might be getting pretty close on time here.
Oh,
there's a lot of tension going on right now. There's a lot of people anxiously staring. And Hornet runs out of time.
So it's 16 trials completed.
Good stuff showing off Ken, though. Good stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
15.
Next up,
15 trials.
15.
Wow. So Hornet, who in testing earlier would look like one of the strongest players, had a lot of trouble during
when
the
you're up
challenge.
under that pressure and you're under all these lights and in front of all these people, and especially Team Tekken egging you on. Who knows, man? Tasty Steve is up here, and if you guys happen to catch yesterday's stream, Steve was showing off some pretty impressive stuff using King, and I think it was Heihachi?
Yes.
Yeah,
there was Heihachi especially was very impressive.
Yeah, there were some really, really, really awesome-looking chain combos that led into switch cancels, I think they're called. Brought in King to do a lot of damage. Going with the custom setup. Oh, he's disabling a couple of the buttons. A couple of buttons on the side of the arcade stick. He just wants to be very careful.
Of course, because those buttons, the triple inputs can give you like supers and stuff.
Exactly, that lead you into going to the menu to go back, to restart. Good call. I don't think we've seen anyone else do that yet. So who do we have? Tasty Steve selecting. Ooh, teasing King, but he's going with Heihachi.
All right.
Not surprised, like you said. Really comfortable with him yesterday when he was fighting against Nerd Josh. He didn't happen to win. That was a very solid match.
It was a very good match.
But he showed off some amazing stuff and some amazing synergy with both of those characters. We're waiting here. And countdown started. Here we go. Trial mode Heihachi for the team challenge of day 2 Cross Assault featuring Tasty Steve right now.
Again, he has 5 minutes to complete as many trials as possible. If he completes all 20 trials for his character and has time left, he can even go to another character and try to get a few done.
Nice. Very nice. He might be able to show off some of that Heihachi technology if it's in his trials. I would not be surprised if it is. I was talking with Markman earlier. He uses Heihachi as well, and Seth earlier was also mentioning that Heihachi is a very strong character in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Well, what I like about Heihachi so far is that he plays like a Tekken character, and that he has some very, very fast overheads that are difficult to see.
Yeah.
But his lows require him to get in either very close or a little bit slower, so you kind of have to fight him the way you would fight a Tekken character, and that you want to typically block
Make
high.
the guess of the high-low.
Yeah.
That's what I was also mentioning with Markman, is that the Tekken characters have these unique specific setups where you have to guess. You have to really be on the lookout for animations to see if they're going to go high or they're going to go low. A lot of things start with overheads and lead into big damage too. So, yeah, man. Tekken characters, it'll take a little while for people to get used to them and a little while to learn how to fight against them as well. Ooh. I think he might have... Oh, that was definitely a drop. I thought he was going to push him into the corner, but it's a single input special, and he must have just not hit it.
Wow, that
really
super
is deadly. I think will move nearly full screen almost immediately. Some very good Pandora combo setups with Heihachi.
Nice.
Ooh, Tekken 1-1-2.
Yep.
I think Dr. Wily is the son of Heihachi. I think we can make that fiction right here. The Chrome Dome. Oh, nice. Bashing people in with the front of your face. Yo, Heihachi, what is wrong with your face?
Man, Tasty Steve is
on point, dude. This guy is hitting everything now. Might have had that one drop earlier. I think he settled down. He focused. Oh, just to give you an example how slow Heihachi's walk speed is. He's a heavy-hitting, damaging character, but he does not move fast. And Steve is having a little bit of trouble with this combo.
Nice.
There we go. The Hell Axel. Steve's telling me you got this. There's no problems here. Double crouching medium punches are very familiar with stuff from Ryu. Actually, we were seeing it earlier. Ooh, these are looking tough. We're on 14 right now, so these are becoming a bit more challenging every step of the way. Steve's having a little bit of trouble with this one.
Yep.
It appears to be easy.
There we go.
But it eventually takes a little bit of time to get used to the timing. When you're in your comfort zone, it's a lot different than being in front of a lot of pressure, especially with these tight links and tight chains.
Oh, almost.
He accidentally went into the light kick and not the medium kick, I believe.
He's restarting the trial to prevent the super animation, which is very long.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got it that time. Dead on. And unfortunately, he has to watch the entire animation, and it does success at the last moment.
15 trials completed.
Steve could be on his way to complete at least 2 more trials, maybe 3 if he's able to get these links down.
Nice.
Very good. Team Tekken cheering their teammate on as Steve completes trial number 16, I think, in a single try. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting looking combo. He's got 30 seconds left, I'm being advised. Oh!
Missed the dragon punch.
Rising uppercut, yeah, is a Shoryuken motion, I'm pretty sure, with Heihachi. He could not hit Ryu because the character will go into a block state. Oh, just barely. I think he's got about maybe 10 seconds left now. And oh, maybe he might have one more shot. He got it! Success! Clutched it out! Tasty Steve. Team Tekken on their heels for that one. Eris praising Tasty Steve.
17 trials completed, and that puts him at the upper end of the curve.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anybody go over trial 18 yet. Team Tekken, very proud of their teammate. As Eris praises his own coaching.
All right.
Sub-Zero is up next. I'm sorry, he's a doctor. He's got a PhD in being Sub-Zero.
Much like Dr. Chaos, a PhD in fighting.
Absolutely.
In there all day, every day, training up. All right, so Dr. Sub-Zero looks like he's going to play Hugo, and unfortunately, one of the big things about this choice is that Hugo does have a long taunt animation at those trials, which does waste a bit of time.
Yeah, I actually remember going through Hugo's trials. He's one of my favorite characters in the game. I think he looks absolutely awesome, and I do remember that. Some of them do get pretty challenging later on.
Yes.
As Hugo takes up almost 75% of the screen with his gigantic German body.
He's mashing that X. Give me the next trial.
He wants it, man. Bring it on. Leap attack. Ooh, that's really cool. I forgot about that one. It's a nod to his old character in Street Fighter III Third Strike, where they had universal overhead commands, which were conveniently pressed by medium punch and medium kick. Hugo brings me back to Third Strike. What a fun game.
Definitely. And Dr. Sub-Zero is a Third Strike player.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for, so going for the familiar character.
I think in his submission video for Cross Assault, he tells the story of how he went to Japan and trained under one of their best players, KSK.
And he played in the Cooperation Cup, which is a big 5v5 tournament in Japan. He did very well at that event.
Pretty big honors for some of the best players in the world at Third Strike.
The Co-op Cup is some big stuff in the Third Strike scene.
Looks like Tekken is egging on Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero's fighting back with words. The meat squasher right into the corner with Kazuya. Oh, I see what it is. He sits back, but he's still talking, so it takes up like an extra second and a half. Yo, chuck that guy. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to leave it at that. Sub-Zero has turned this into a science so far. Everything he's done has been excellent, perfect, on the ball, and he's up to 10 trials. So we get to watch the Gigas Breaker in action. I wouldn't want to be under that dude at the end of all that. Team Tekken egging on Sub-Zero as he just shakes his head and moves on to the next trial.
Nice.
I think the Monster Lariat actually leads into other combo potential with Hugo.
He can juggle after, yes.
Yeah, I think you could do a crouching light punch into his air command grab.
Oh,
ooh, very close. That is his first drop on the on the 12th trial. This one looks a little sensitive. That is an amazing looking combo.
It's solid. The spacing is a little bit tight, though. You have to get the hitbox just right.
Yeah.
One of the things that Seth mentioned earlier is that that early on in early builds, jump-ins weren't that strong in this game, and they wanted them to be a little bit better. So some of the moves that, good hit.
Wow, immediately. Yeah. That's some Third Strike stuff right there.
As I was saying, one of the things they did to make it so that jump-ins would be a little more actually useful is that certain moves like EX Falling Sky and the EX and the air grab from Hugo aren't as fast and don't have as good hitboxes.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Also, that's why Dragon Punches have a high tendency to trade in the game because they wanted to balance it so that jump-ins would at least actually be usable.
I totally see what you're talking about because this game is definitely a lot different than the previous. It looks like we have a couple of light punches, and it leads us into a chain combo of light punch, medium punch, and heavy kick.
These chains, especially these types, I find really annoying when you have to go from like a crouching to a standing, or you have to switch like a crouch short into a crouch jab, into a strong or a roundhouse.
Choosing to ignore this trial, and he is moving on. It looks like Sub-Zero has 1 minute left.
Got it.
Ooh, so close. You'd be surprised one of the hardest parts of this combo is just getting those 3 lights in a row.
Definitely. Chaining multiple jabs or multiple shorts is much more difficult.
Very difficult. He's hammering on the button to get to the next trial.
Almost.
Oh, okay. This is one of Hugo's most damaging combos available in the game.
Got it.
I believe he got it. Yep. This leads into a ridiculous amount of damage, especially if you have a power gem activated.
So 16 trials complete for Dr. Sub-Zero so far.
Yeah, he's on trial 18 right now, but he chose to skip one earlier. You have to keep that in mind. Ultra Throw startup once again. Oh! Ooh, this is going to be a pretty looking combo. And that is it. Looks like Sub-Zero was able to complete 16 in total?
Yes.
16 trials. We are well on our way, and next up is Bronson.
No pressure, bro.
No pressure,
no pressure at all, son.
Bronson looking pretty confident as Alex Valle is egging him on.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Bronson showing confidence rarely. Team Tekken arguing about something in the background.
All right,
so Bronson going with Gief. Yeah, Gief is another one of those very powerful characters. We actually touched up on it earlier today. He's got some moves that use the supercharge and the supercharge cancel, where it gives him a one-hit piece of armor. and that allows him to soak one hit and move into a special move that is very dangerous for grappling characters, and it can be very hard to approach them if they have that ability. Hugo also has the same thing, so there's some technology behind a couple of the grapplers in this game. And hopefully we'll be able to see Bronson show some of it off right now. Team Street Fighter egging Bronson on the early challenges, the easy ones. Bronson unfazed and continuing on. You can see the fury of the buttons being pressed on the left side of the screen. The famous green hand.
Green hand is actually pretty useful in this game in that it sets up juggles after. So if you have a juggle point, you can green hand and then get a follow-up after.
So if you tagged into, for example, did a chain combo with one character, brought in Zangief, it might actually be good to set up a green hand.
And then, depending on the combo, of course, you
gotcha.
can get a juggle after.
The flying power bomb, I believe, is the move that can be supercharged, and that's what has the 1 point of armor or 1 hit of armor on it. Very, very scary to see Zangief stick his chest out and egg you on to attack him. Team Tekken sharing some secrets in the background as Team Street Fighter looks on. Everyone's very quiet right now as Bronson moves through the 8th challenge and is going to the 9th.
Now, Valle was actually trying these challenges in the Street Fighter room earlier today, and he was having some trouble with them. So
Zangief was giving Team Street Fighter some trouble?
So, very interested to see.
Wow.
That link especially, Valle.
Interesting. Bronson takes it down with the first attempt.
Nice.
Once again, another, what would seem to be a pretty difficult link. One try. That's interesting. Crouching heavy punch into standing medium kick.
Nice.
Gets it on the 3rd attempt. He is flying through these challenges right now, or I'm sorry, these trials. 12 minutes in, and he's about halfway done with time.
Wow.
Snags that on like the 2nd attempt. Good stuff. First attempt.
Yeah, it was the first try. Yeah.
Oh, man, I just saw the medium into the medium, and I assumed.
Nice.
Is Bronson flawless right now? Has he missed it all? I think he missed one of the links.
A little bit, but he's in there. 13 trials complete. Still, ooh, missed that one.
Another rare drop. Gets it on the 2nd one. Ooh, we got the EX vanishing flat. And it looks like that causes a ground bounce, which allows you to further go into more combos. That's very good to know. I wonder if the EX green hand retains any of the invincibility, like it did from previous games. Wow. Wow. That was very impressive. I know that the distance is very important in a trial like that, and to hit all those lights with that amount of timing. Interesting. Headbutt causes a ground bounce in the air.
Yep.
Wow.
And then you get the juggle after the green hand.
Wow. Man.
It's definitely much different.
I'm seeing some stuff on trial mode tonight.
Again, the trial mode does teach you some very practical combos with your character.
That's what I was saying. I learned a lot of really good stuff with a few characters I was playing. Ooh, that one looked pretty complicated, and he is not having any of it.
17 complete so far for Bronson.
Ooh, is skipping this one as well? Accidentally misses this option select. Maybe this one is very sensitive in placement. That's why he was dashing so much?
Not sure.
Not sure. Let's see what he does. Oh, this one's looking pretty difficult. Hard to say for this one. It might look simple to do, but you'll be very surprised when you actually try it yourself.
combos like this with multiple links require tight execution. If you drop just one of the links, then
absolutely
no combo for you.
And it ends with 2 EX vanishing flats.
Time over.
Allow you to go into another combo, and that's it.
So 17 trials complete for
that's about average that we've seen so far. Team Street Fighter and Team Tekken rarely showing some friendly words with each other about trying these challenges and how difficult they were with Zangief.
All right, so next up we're going to have Nerd Josh on the Team Street Fighter side.
Yeah. Kind of curious who Nerd Josh is going to play. He was using Sagat the other day, as well as Ryu. But Ryu has already been chosen from Team Street Fighter.
Right.
So maybe, I think we might be seeing Sagat. Okay, here we go, Spooky. I'm putting money down.
Okay.
An indescribable amount of money down that he's going to pick Sagat. I'm out of so much money right now, Spooky. It's time to drive back home to avoid that debt.
So actually, this choice was interesting to me as well. And at first, Nerd Josh seemed to be having trouble with some of these trials, but later on in the day, it seemed like he had it down. So we'll
interesting. I have not seen anything of what Kuma can really do in this game. In fact, he seems like what most would call a joke character, but joke characters are only joke characters until somebody figures it out, and then they become viable.
I'll tell you, he does have some joke special moves, but they're actually surprisingly useful.
I think Seth might have just given us an update on what the current score is at. 65-64 for Team Tekken. Interesting. So Team Street Fighter is down by 2 trials.
All right.
Here we go. This is going to be pretty important. I'm very curious to see how difficult Kuma's trials are, and very curious to see the combo potential.
Some of them are very, very spacing dependent.
Okay, then that's pretty challenging because you have to set up the character in space, which is going to give you time to I don't.
He also has one of the longer. It feels like.
What is he doing?
He's doing apparently.
Am I going to have to watch this like 17 times?
Yep,
really?
Yes, you are.
My God.
Enjoy it, man.
Kuma, don't change. Please don't change. Why is his hip sitting out so much? Oh, Kuma, you're so scary. Okay. Everything Kuma is doing is funny as heck. So Josh, already 5 trials in, nails the Megaton Claw immediately, and Kuma prances around. I think earlier, Josh was mimicking the pose of Sagat for his initial interview for Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Cross Assault.
Yes.
I would like to see him do the win pose of Kuma.
For this character?
Yes. I think that's what Nerd Josh needs to do from now on. Oh, he just told me he's going to do this super. Don't talk to me anymore.
Oh yeah, Ryu, he's just like, oh, God. Just happened. All right, 9 trials complete for
I'm surprised Ryu's hair isn't white after that. Terrified. Nails, that looks like maybe
I
a
think it's a
Tekken chain?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we're just going to call those Tekken chains from now on.
Hey, Tekken's in the name, why not, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The Frolicking Bear. How accurate.
You got it.
You were right. Very spacing specific. Had to hit him right at the perfect time. And we don't need to see that anymore. It's totally fine.
No, you'll be seeing that move a lot.
Really? Is it in these trials a bunch?
Very easy to combo into.
Oh, no.
You got it. This one is also spacing dependent.
Hit that immediately with almost no effort, it looks like.
Another spacing dependent combo. First try.
Very
again.
good. And if I don't see a Kuma haters gonna hate gif at the end of this, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
This combo is also difficult.
This looks very difficult, and it leads into a chain combo.
He got it.
Oh, he barely missed it.
There we go.
He got the timing, hit it the second time. Kuma's gonna dance around until the next trial starts.
15 complete for Nerd Josh.
During hunting stance. So he's in stance right now,
yes.
and he's going to lead into what looks like a chain. Man, the hit stun must be minuscule on that. Nerd Josh rolling through these combos, and his team needs it. There are 2 down right now.
This is another space-independent combo. You have to hit very late in the animation.
I didn't know why it was called break-in until I saw the move. Wow.
And then if you get it wrong, that's what happens.
Kuma, you never failed to disappoint.
Looks like Nerd Josh is going to skip this one.
Skipping it. That one looks too hard. Is he going to go for the longer chains? Absolutely. Oh, wow. That was so close. Sherry cheering her teammate on. As Josh once again tries to get the jump in, but misses the EX. I'm thinking the activation window for the crouching heavy punch must be pretty small.
He got it.
And he got it. It looks like that part is very comboable. And he's going to trial 19 right now. I'm curious how much time we have left. 30 seconds. So if he can finish this one, we should be pretty good. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get into the next trial, and he hits it on the first try.
Might still have some time left.
Yeah, I didn't. Wow, he did that really fast. Who knows?
18 complete. Fortunately, trial 20.
He skipped 1, so he's going to trial 20 right now. He's done 18, better than the average so far, and he's got a chance.
Oh.
Looks like that jab elbow smash is something similar to Vega with his close heavy. And then you go into the light kick after. We're getting close here. Success. Did he get it in time? It counts. He did not get it in time. It's counted on the success, not when you start the combo. Unfortunately, I think he was halfway through and they called time.
Nonetheless, 18 complete for Nerd Josh.
Yeah, he was better than average, and I think if you can stay consistently better than average and Team Tekken stays at the average, Street Fighter's going to come back in this. We could have a tie. Ooh, and what happens during a tie, we'll find out. And I realize we're seeing Ryu again.
So 200 yen with Ryu.
Yeah, 200 yen is using Ryu because Team Tekken has not used Ryu yet, even though Team Street Fighter did. It's a team basis, not a player basis right now. And as we can see before, there were 18 trials completed with Ryu, signified by the gold stars. And 19 and 20 have yet to be completed. So can 200 yen hit trial 19 and 20? We'll find out as Matt is setting up the time for the next.
Yeah, so it'll be 17 trials will send it to sudden death. 18 to win.
Okay, so we just got the verdict. Go ahead, Spooky.
Okay, if 200 yen scores 17 trials, then we'll have a tie and we'll go into sudden death. However, if he scores 18 trials, then Team Tekken will be the winner of this challenge.
Very interesting. So 17 trials to tie, 18 to win. If he can hit the average, he can even things out for Team Tekken because Nerd Josh went above the average in the previous attempt. And if he hits 18 trials, Team Tekken is going to take this team challenge. Very interesting.
200 yen is someone that we have not seen in the challenges yet.
Yeah, at all. You guys might have seen him a lot on stream practicing, but we have not seen him in these final day challenges and eliminations yet. Here we go. So we saw a lot of what Ryu has to offer. It's pretty easy at the start, and getting in there, Team Tekken cheering on the first and easiest trial. They are hype for their teammate.
Nice.
The solar plexus strike. I never understood why they call it that. Why? I'd call it the double hit elbow punch.
He's mad. You can hear him like mashing the button.
Man, he wants to get this done. He's confident that he can get 18 trials and take this entire thing for Team Tekken.
Well, Ryu is one of the easier characters, I feel, trial mode-wise, pretty familiar to anyone who's a long-time Street Fighter player.
Some stuff is very similar to Street Fighter 4, but then you get later on and it becomes very unique to Street Fighter Cross Tekken. So it's adjusting to the new gameplay system. And then navigating towards the character and setting up the character for the combos as fast as you possibly can. And in a situation like this, seconds and milliseconds are going to be super important. The donkey kick.
So far, 200 yen completely perfect, both in doing the trials quickly, but also in his spacing.
Yeah.
Trying to optimize how much time he has for the later trials.
You'd have never thought going through trial mode could be so intense,
Definitely.
Spooky. Like right now, everyone is anxiously looking on Team Street Fighter, hoping that their current record is going to keep them afloat, while 200 yen is looking to take this for Team Tekken, if not tie it.
Nice.
Immediately hits the 2 crouching lights into the chain. Good stuff. Ooh.
Oh, he hit Fierce rather than roundhouse.
Yeah, it looks like he hit a Fierce punch instead of the roundhouse, but he got it on the second attempt. 1 drop trial. They got that one. Definitely. Extra juggle time if you hit people with an airborne hurricane kick. I'm getting nervous here. We're getting pretty close to the end.
Pretty intense, I gotta say. Nice.
Hits the link immediately. I think Team Street Fighter might have had a little bit of trouble with that one earlier, but 200 yen nails it with confidence. That dude is hitting buttons as hard as he can. Get things rolling.
That's
what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Exactly. You do not need to wait. You can do it immediately, and the success comes up extra fast. Wow. Good stuff. That is a jump and medium kick with a chain into the EX, like we were mentioning earlier.
You can't cancel into normal specials during a chain, but you can go into EX moves.
Absolutely. Bunch of mediums. Wow. Hits it on the first time. That is an entire link combo. And 1 attempt, 1 finished trial. 200 yen, looking very good for Team Tekken right now.
He's in there. Plenty of time left. Just has to 2 more trials.
He chooses to dash instead of using hurricane kicks to position the opponent.
Got it.
But he hits it on the first time. Wow.
If he can get 1 more trial, Team Tekken's going to win this
200
challenge.
yen is looking very impressive right now.
This trial is definitely very difficult, though.
I think 200 yen might have a chance in completing all the trials for the character.
He got it.
Amazing. Team Tekken has some words for Team Street Fighter, and that does it.
He just got up immediately.
Wow, he got up immediately. He knew it, man. Team Tekken is hype as hell right now.
200 yen's execution is ridiculous.
Amazing. I don't even think, did he drop 1?
No, man, I don't think he dropped anything.
Absolutely flawless.
Crazy.
200 yen, very impressive.